I sure hope this is working. Um, I'm in Torrey, Utah with Rita and our dear friend Sandy. We've been out here for 8 days. Las Vegas for several nights of Dead and Company at the Sphere. We saw the Cirque du Soleil Beatles thing called Love and had a grand time. We ate way too much food on a couple of occasions. And then Monday, Rita and Sandy and I hit the road and came out to Utah, our favorite place in the universe, and spent a night at Mystic Hot Springs and had a little ceremony there in honor of a couple of lost loved ones. And then we came out to our favorite place in the center of our favorite place in the world, Boulder, Utah, where this is third of 3 nights, and we'll be leaving here tomorrow morning, heading off to Cortez, Colorado. We've been having the greatest time. We've walked 12 miles in the last 2 days, so my legs are a little sore. But we're having a grand time, and we are in our favorite place in the world. And I want to thank Margaret Batten for allowing me to use her house this afternoon, and James Anderson for setting that up, introducing or getting her permission to use her house, and for setting up his personal hotspot so I can do this, since we had a few troubles with the internet feed here. It's very windy outside. Beautiful, beautiful day, but it's windy. Anyway, here we are. I see several of you favorite people online, so here we go. I think I'm right on the verge of going postal, 'cause the Dilberts are driving me insane. There's such a lack of enjoyment in my place of employment. It is time to initiate the end game. You see, I had me a job watching ice melt, but the action was more than I could take. So I took a position in another division. Now I spend my days watching hearts break, watching hearts break. It's a corporate culture like a Shark Tank. They can't even read your resume. But once you get hired, you can never get fired, though you have to be crazy if you do stay. If you do stay. And now a high guy in a tie-dye is waving bye-bye with a dry eye on a flyby in a high sky, singing my. Why try? He's singing my. Why try? Well, I was pissed 'cause I had to take a drug test. I was drunk, but they didn't seem to care. It's just my chemo solution to my moral pollution, not a reason I shouldn't get to work there. Get to work there. And now I'm trying to find myself a new gig where the corporate culture ain't so cruel. The defamation machine is so efficient and mean, it makes adulthood alarmingly like high school. Like high school. And now a high guy in a tie-dye is waving bye-bye with a dry eye on a flyby in a high sky, singing my. Why try? He's singing my. Why try?
Yeah.
usually have an audience for my live streams, but I have three fine human beings over there cheering me on here. If you're down and trouble and you need some love and care, nothing, oh, nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me. Soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. You've got a friend. If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind should begin to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud, and soon you'll hear me knocking at your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. Hey, ain't it good to know that you got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you and desert you, they'll take your soul if you let them, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. You've got a friend. You've got a friend. Ain't it good to know that you've got a friend? You've got a friend. So one of the reasons we stopped by here in Torrey was to visit with James Anderson, who's a good friend of mine and a professional colleague. He has a studio out here called the Bit Farm, where I have recorded on one occasion. And he invited me out to take a look at a space in Teesdale, the next town over and slightly to the south of here. There's a town called Teesdale, and it has a community center performing arts space that I'm going to play in. And we took a look at it today and started making plans. I'm going to do a show for them out here on October 12th. And we'll have more information about that as we get a little closer. But I'll also, as long as I'm coming out, I'm going to see if I can line up a gig in Salt Lake, and I'm definitely going to go back to Mystic Hot Springs in Monroe, Utah, and play a show for our good friend Mike down there. Because, hey, coming out to Utah, I'm going to come out, might as well drive around a bit. It's my favorite place in the universe. Today, we drove the length of the Burr Trail, an amazing road that goes east from Boulder, Utah. The other amazing thing about Boulder, Utah is Highway 12, which runs through it from the south to the north, and we came up from the Escalante River, and there's just an amazing drive up there called the Hog's Back, where you're riding along on this white sandstone hill that is has like 1,000-foot drop off on either side for a good quarter of a mile or so. All the country around here is just breathtaking. The sandstone in many different colors, the cross bedding of the sandstone, and the way the different layers of color interact with each other. And very often you're looking up at these incredible landforms, like Bryce Canyon and the Hoodoos and stuff like that, all of which are standing out in contrast to a perfect blue sky behind them. That's why we come out here to Utah. It's just the greatest damn place in the world for looking at stuff. And walking. I'm a little bit beat from walking. We walked 7 miles back and forth, 3.5 miles up and back at Calf Creek yesterday, and about 4.5 miles at this thing called something Gulch off of the Burr Trail. Entirely worth it. Burn a couple thousand calories, see some amazing things. Took 100 or more photographs in the next couple days, one of which I used on my gig announcement for today. That's from that country, the Slick Rock country they call it in southern Utah. Y'all should come out here and traipse around a little bit. It'll blow your mind. So Rita wanted to hear a Beatles song. There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places had their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I love them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you. And these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'd often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. In my life, I love you more. Thank you. Let's see what else do I have. boulevard of smoking dreams, trying not to worry about what it means. It's not as trivial as it might seem. Come on down to the river and drown. Let's go down to the river and drown. Ain't nothing shaking in this old town. Get out on the highway and follow that sound. Come on down to the river and drown. Now Jonathan's home life wasn't too nice, trapped in a prison of unsound advice. He heard the river calling and he didn't think twice. Mary and Elizabeth pitching a tent. A day at the river is a day well spent. They need a miracle to pay their rent. Going down to the river and drown. Let's go down to the river and drown. Ain't nothing shaking in this old town. Get out on the highway and follow that sound. Come on down to the river and drown. Julie, long, tall Sally strumming her guitar. She got a new tattoo of a moon and a star. Week after next, she's got a gig in a bar. Julie took a wrong turn right out of school. 17 years in the bed of a fool. Now she's at the river and everything's cool. Going down to the river and drown. And Betty's making big bucks riding the boom, pushing them .coms from dawn till doom. Tonight he'll dance by the light of the shroom. Going down to the river and drown. Let's go down to the river and drown. Ain't nothing shaking in this old town. Get out on the highway and follow that sound. Come on down to the river and drown. Louis takes a bong hit and lets it fly, raving like the raven that the end is nigh. He's been on this rant since Pigpen died. Going down to the river and drown. Listen, a day at the river is a dream well dreamed. It can do wonders for your self-esteem. You don't need a coupon to get redeemed. I could go on talking, but I'm starting to bore. Next time I see you, I will tell you some more. Just remember what a metaphor is for. When you go down to the river and drown. Let's go down to the river and drown. Ain't nothing shaking in this old town. Get out on the highway and follow that sound. Come on down to the river and drown. Let's go down to the river and drown. Ain't nothing shaking in this old town. Get out on the highway and follow that sound. I must tune my guitar. I have to say my fingernails are shredded. I don't know if it's the dry air or what up here, but I cracked my two finger picking nails are short, but I'm going to see if I can pull this off anyway. That's real love. Don't you dare decline it when it comes for you. You'll recognize it, you'll come to prize it. That's real love. That's real love. It's such a treasure to take such pleasure in your regard. We've done the hard part. Let's lead with our hearts. That's real love. That's real love. There's nothing sweeter than life with Rita, my real love. It's everlasting, it's flabbergasting. That's real love. You. This is my Mario DeCio acoustic guitar, by the way. I brought my electric rig with me to Las Vegas so I could play a couple shows on the Shakedown Las Vegas, but we left that stuff in Vegas. We're going to pick it up on the way home because we wanted to travel a little lighter out here in Utah and not have to schlep my gear around without using it. So I just have the acoustic here. I love this guitar Mario DeCio made. At the top of this acoustic guitar is a 100-year-old piano soundboard that Mario rescued from demolition and made a guitar out of for me. What else was I going to tell you? Oh yeah, I wanted to mention again that I'm playing in the home of Margaret Batten, who I've never met. But James Anderson, I guess, vouched for me and said it, and she said it'd be okay for me to come borrow her house to do this live performance. She may be watching up in Salt Lake. I hope you are. I thank you so very much for allowing us to use your home for this performance. And thanks again to James. Yeah, it's a beautiful spot. I mean, we're looking out at these cliffs here. This part of Utah is just so spectacular. I love coming out here, and I'm so glad I get to come back in October and play again. By the way, I should mention that I always forget to mention that I'm playing for tips. You can go to perfectible.net. There's a tip jar, a direct donation link there, and I also have books and music for sale. And now that I'm on the back half of my road trip, I can start mentioning selling books and stuff again because I'll be home in about a week and I can sign them and put them in the mail. And I'm also always on the lookout for tips because I'm a musician looking to make a living. All right, where am I here? How about, yes. Such a lovely planet. Wonder how it came to be. Was it chaos or creation? Was it God or entropy? Now the spirit may be sleeping, but it that dwells in every heart. I put my faith in nature, of which we are a part. There are many here among us who believe this world is theirs, and when it's beaten and depleted, then they will rise into the air, and the ones who don't believe them face a dark eternal grave. No one knows, but they are certain. Save us from the saved. I put my faith in nature, what I hear and smell and see, until I meet that higher power. I'll do what makes sense to me. And if what I would call a good life is what you would call depraved, give me freedom from religion. Save us from the saved. I honor your tradition, and I insist you honor mine. In a world with any justice, blasphemy is not a crime. You believe what you believe in. I respect your wish to pray. But if you try to make me join you, I'll resist you all the way. I'm not saying I know better. I'm just saying we don't know, till the day we get an answer. I go where my heart says go. It's a narrow-minded Jesus I see reflected in your eye. He was all about compassion. If he knew you, he would cry. I put my faith in nature, what I hear and smell and see, until I meet that higher power. I'll do what makes sense to me. And if what I would call a good life is what you must call depraved, give me freedom from religion. Save us from the saved. Save us from the saved. He spends his whole workday unmanned and unnerved, goes out every night for the fun he deserves. 9 times out of 10 he is way overserved, and then he begins to declaim of conspiracies, fake news, and blame. And I say, I don't want to be in your movie today. It's a role I'm not prepared to play. I don't want to be in your movie today. Coyote, there is just no comprehending these metaphors we're trying to put in play, but I'd prefer just as ending. That's when I know it's time to step away. And I don't want to be in your movie today. It's a role I'm not prepared to play. I don't want to be in your movie today. You run with these preposterous presumptions, demanding I believe in what I say. And I'd prefer to trust my higher functions and focus on reality today. And I don't want to be in your movie today. It's a role I'm not prepared to play. I don't want to be in your movie today. Your natterings evince no introspection. I find that there's no reason in your rhyme. And standing here deflecting your projections is not the way I choose to spend my time. And I don't want to be in your movie today. It's a role I'm not prepared to play. I don't want to be in your movie today. I don't want to be in your movie today. I don't want to be in your movie today. I should also mention I've got other gigs coming up outside the house. So 2 weeks from today, June 4th, I think that is, I'm going to be playing at a restaurant in Oakland called Acre up at College Avenue across the street from the Rockridge BART station. It's a restaurant. In its previous incarnation was one of our favorite places. The new place is pretty damn cool too. And I'll be playing from, I think it's 6:30 to 8:30 at Acre. And it's a fine place. They got a nice bar right next to where I'll be playing. So if you don't want to come in for a meal, you could just come in for a drink. And then in the middle of June, or the first weekend in June, I'm heading out to New York. I'm playing in New York, Woodstock, Boston, and Brooklyn, and 5 gigs in 7 nights, I think it is. And I don't have the details right in front of me because I'm very poorly prepared today. But it's all on my website, which is now perfectible.net/gigs. I have a lot of gigs coming up now outside the house, and a few more are coming. I also noticed in passing, Rich mentioned that I also have a red Mario DeCio guitar. I no longer have that. I gave that to my niece, Caitlin, so she could play songs for her son, and eventually it's going to become the property of her son. And I told Mario, I got Mario's permission to give it away because he built it for me for the cost of the materials very early in his luthery career. But I wanted to let him know I wanted to pass it along to my relations. It's going to be it's being greatly appreciated by Caitlin and her son. And eventually he'll start playing it too. And I'm so happy with this Mario DeCio guitar right here that I was able to manage to give the other one away without feeling too great a sense of loss. I told Mario he has created an heirloom. It's already going down the generations. What much should I play? All right. It's an Emmylou Harris song. I don't want to hear a love song. I got on this airplane just to fly, and I know there's life below me, but all that you could show me, the prairie and the sky. I don't want to hear a sad story full of heartbreak and desire. I've come to last night, not like this. I was in the wilderness and the canyon was on fire, and I stood on the mountain in the night and I watched it burn, watched it burn, watched it burn. I would rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. I would hold my life in His saving grace. I would walk all the way from Boulder to Birmingham if I thought I could see your face. Well, you really got me this time, and the hardest part is knowing I'll survive. I've come to listen for the sound of the trucks as they move down on old 95 and pretend that it's the ocean coming down to wash me clean, to wash me clean. Baby, do you know what I mean? I would rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. I would hold my life in His saving grace. I would walk all the way from Boulder to Birmingham if I thought I could see your face. If I thought I could see your face. Thank you. And now Rita wanted to hear some Beatles. Here's another. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Also, by request, one of my Robert Hunter collaborations. You're so busy talking, you never find out what everyone else is keeping quiet about. You're so busy knocking, you don't understand. The door's wide open, don't go breaking your hand. Why don't you shut up and listen a minute or two? Shut up and listen, you could pick up a clue. Shut up and listen, doo-doo-doo-doo. Shut up and listen, yeah, I'm talking to you. Shut up and listen, or you may never learn why pigs don't fly and why water don't burn. Why you can't find a cop when it's a cop you need. Why you can't grow gators from crocodile seed. Why don't you shut up and listen a minute or two? Shut up and listen, you could pick up a clue. Shut up and listen, doo-doo-doo-doo. Shut up and listen, yeah, I'm talking to you. Walking in the storm with my ear to the blast, thinking each moment could be my last. A small, still voice seemed to beckon within, so quiet in there you'd hear the drop of a pin. I asked what it wanted, said, what do you crave? It said, nothing but the first dance on your grave. I reached for the faucet and I turned off the storm. Crawled under the bed to consider reform. Well, you don't pay attention, you don't analyze. An ounce of comprehension's worth a ton of surmise. Shut up and listen and it may come clear why the key to your hope is the thing that you fear. Why don't you shut up and listen a minute or two? Shut up and listen, you could pick up a clue. Shut up and listen, doo-doo-doo-doo. Shut up and listen, yeah, I'm talking to you. Shut up and listen, yeah, I'm talking to you. Of course, Robert Hunter had another musical songwriting partner or two. Let's do a couple of those. 1940 Xmas Eve with the full moon over town. Staggerly met Billy Delight and he blew the poor boy down. Do you know what he shot him for? What do you make of that? Billy Delight threw lucky dice, one Staggerly Stetson had. Bye-yo, bye-yo, tell me how can this be? You arrest the girls for turning tricks, but you're scared of Staggerly. Staggerly is a bad man and he shot my Billy D. Bio, go get him or give the job to me. Delia, Delia, oh sweet Delia, Delia. How in the hell can I rest him? He's twice as big as me. Don't ask me to go downtown, I won't come back alive. Not only is that mother big, packs of 45. I Delia said, just give me your gun. He shot my Billy dead, now I'm going to see him hung. She went down to the Lions Club, through Billy the Lion's blood. Stepped up to Stagger Lee at the bar, said, buy me a gin fizz, love. Stagger Lee lit a cigarette, she shot him in the balls, blew the smoke off her revolver, had him dragged to City Hall. Bio, see you hang him high. Not only is that mother big, he packs a 45. Stagger Lee lit a cigarette, she shot him in the balls, blew the smoke off her revolver, had him dragged to City Hall. Bio, see you hang him high. He shot my belly dead, there we go. Now he's got to die. Went walking down on Singapore Street. A three-piece band on the corner played Near My God to Thee. Delia whistled a different tune. What tune could it be? The song that Delia sung was Look Out, Stagger Lee. Look out, Stagger Lee. The song that Delia sung was Look Out, Stagger Lee. Well, since I'm sitting a little closer to the screen than usual, I can see some of the comments going by. Banjo, I am Banjo Jones, that is. I'm in a private home in Torrey, Utah, loaned to me by Margaret Batten at the request of my friend James Anderson. And we're in Torrey, which is at the western entrance to Capitol Reef National Park. And we saw a lot of Capitol Reef today because we drove from Boulder, Utah, out the Burr Trail, an astonishingly beautiful road full of amazing geological wonders, and then took a left on the Nodum Road, which drives up through, it's just totally beat to death washboard roads most of the way, but it was so much fun through this amazing countryside. The rock formations here are just swell. Then we took a left and came through Capitol Reef out here to Torrey. Tomorrow, we're on our way to Cortez, so we'll go through Moab, but we're not stopping in Moab. But seriously, friends, the southern Utah is the most amazing place, and everybody should come here and wander around and have a look at things, take some pictures, get your awe on, because this is sort of the place where history is sort of laid bare. We're looking at, I think of it as nature's birthday cake, all these layers out here that show the age of the planet and the amazing power of wind and water on the, the rocks and the soil. I love it out here, and I'm so glad to be coming back in October. All right, another Grateful Dad. Let me see here. What did I write down? Must be getting early. Docs are running late. paint by number morning sky. It looks so phony. Daughter's breaking everywhere. Light a candle, curse the glare. Draw the curtains, I don't care, 'cause it's alright. I will get by. I will get by. I will get by. I will survive. See, you've got your list out. Say your piece and get out. Yes, I get the gist of it, but it's alright. Sorry that you feel that way. The only thing there is to say, that was all I meant to say, and it's alright. I will get by. I will get by. I will get by. I will survive. It's a lesson to me. The Abels and the Bakers and the C's. The ABCs we all think of, trying to win a little love. Know the rent is in arrears, dog has not been fed in years. It's even worse than it appears, but it's alright. Cow is given kerosene, kid can leave at 17. Words he knows are all obscene, but it's alright. I will get by. Hey, Steve German's on the feed here. Hi, Steve. I will get by. Everybody here says hi, Steve. Sean is here too. I will get by. I will survive. It's a lesson to me. The deltas and the east and the freeze. The ABCs we all must face, trying to keep a little grace. The shoe is on the hand, it fits. There's really nothing much to it. Whistle through your teeth and spit, 'cause it's alright. Oh, well, a touch of gray kinda suits you anyway. That was all I meant to say, and it's alright. I will get by. I will get by. I will get by. I will survive. We will get by. Yes, Jessie, Sandy Sonnenfeld is with us. She's been along with us on the whole trip. This was the trip that the three of us planned for a long time. The Las Vegas, that we were just going to come out here and do a bunch of stuff, but the Dead and Company Las Vegas thing inserted itself at the beginning of our vacation, which time worked out perfect timing. I had to work that scene, and we all got to go to three shows each, and that was really fun. But our mission really had been to come out here to Utah and bomb around like we've done many, many times over the years. Rita first brought me out here in 95 or so and handed me a book called Roadside Geology of Utah and turned me into a geology buff. And I fell in love with this countryside, and I've been happily coming back here as often as possible ever since. It's lovely to be here. It's windy outside. We're going to go have dinner and then have about an hour plus drive back down to Boulder, Utah for the night. So I'm going to do one more song and call it a day because we have a lot yet to do. It's been a long day. Already took a nice long hike, drove around for several hours looking at the beautiful stuff. Visited with our dear friends here that we don't see often enough. Now we're going to have some dinner and go to bed and move on to the next site tomorrow. This is a song I wrote with Joe Rutt. Oh my goodness, how much is enough? How much higher can you pile your stuff? If everything you own was stacked, would it reach to Mars and back? Your children's children's children couldn't ever spend it all. What's holding up this ball? It used to be turtles, now it's Teslas all the way down. It used to be turtles, now it's Teslas all the way down. You pledge allegiance to your party, United States of Vince Lombardi. Winning is the only thing. You need more fingers for all your rings. When will this all end? How much is enough, my friend? Up in orbit looking down on this growing shanty town. Up into your next big win, your star will never fall. What's holding up this ball? It used to be turtles, now it's Teslas all the way down. It used to be turtles, now it's Teslas all the way down. You pledge allegiance to your party, United States of Vince Lombardi. Winning is the only thing. You need more fingers for all those rings. When does this all end? How much is enough, my friend? Up in orbit looking down on this growing shanty town. Onward to your next big win, your star will never fall. What's holding up this ball? It used to be turtles, now it's Teslas all the way down. It used to be turtles, now it's Teslas all the way down. It used to be turtles, now it's Teslas all the way down. As always, thanks all of you for being part of this thing today. This was a surprise unplugged live show. I want to also thank Jill Swellville, Rose Inati, and Richard Seliseth, who took the initiative to put together a list of fan favorites to play in my place while I'm gone. And by the way, if any of you are worrying about the cats being left home alone, they're not left home alone. We have a house sitter there who is loving them up beautifully, and they are loving her up in return. So the house and the cats are in very good hands. We're all happy out here. I hope you're all happy where you are. We got another week of repeats. I should be back in the studio no later than Wednesday or maybe Thursday of next week. And then, oh yeah, Friday, May 31st, a week from Friday, I'm playing over at the Brisbane Inn bar in Brisbane, California with Todd Bugby. That's another gig that's coming up. You can find my gigs at perfectible.net/gigs, and you can find my tip jar at perfectible.net. And I thank you again all for being part of this today. And I look forward to being back in the studio live next week. And thank you again. Oh, yeah.